Hey y'all, welcome back to Daydream Manor Flower Farm. I'm Dawn, I live in South Louisiana, and on today's video, let's talk about what I'm doing with these and an update on these. Well, hey y'all, welcome into the stem shed. I was trying to video outside, but it is so freaking windy here. Like the last 2 days, it's like we're having tropical storm winds. It's crazy. Yeah, and everything was just kind of flying around. I couldn't even hear. So we're back inside. All right, so what's happening? Well, let me tell you what's not happening. I have not done the hanging baskets yet. I have not netted the snapdragons like I said I was. And what else? Oh, and I haven't started another round of lilies. Okay, that's what I haven't done. Because this week, my off-farm job kicked my butt. For 3 days for 8 hours a day, I was on my computer, on and off camera, facilitating a coaching session. And y'all, it just, I am peopled out. Peopled out. I told my boss last night, I was talking to him late yesterday afternoon, and I told him, I was like, don't look for me, don't call me, don't text me, don't Teams me, don't email me, nothing tomorrow. I'm done. I am completely peopled out. And he laughed. I mean, he knows. And he was like, got it. I said, I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm done. So I decided today was going to be my day off. And I was going to get caught up around here because I got some things I want to get done. And y'all, people think I'm an extrovert. And for the most part, I'm forced to be an extrovert. But truly at heart, I am an introvert when it comes to how I need to recharge. So for me, recharging looks like quiet. It's not being on my phone. It's not texting. It is literally me just doing things that I want to do in solitude. And I say in solitude, but look, I'll have an audiobook playing. So I've gotten... This was interesting because, you know, I like a good cozy mystery. But my friends all turned me on to the Fourth Wing series. And I have never really been that kind of reader in that genre. Girl, I'm hooked. So I'm on the second book now. So if you're looking for a good audiobook, and they're long, they're like 20 hours each book, but it's super good. But for me, that is recharging. I need to be people free. So I am doing some recharging because I need to be the best version of me next week because I have a very busy week next week work-wise, and so I know I've got to get all of that energy back in. So anyway, doing that. But I wanted to do this video. I'm just knocking things over, y'all. Okay. The stem shed is out of control again. I am just so out of room. It is unbelievable. Me and Mr. Daydream got to have a talk. Or I'm going to talk and I hope he listens, more or less. But I've got to see about doing something. I don't want to say more permanent, but I need to do something that's more efficient space-wise for me. I don't know what that really looks like right now, but he and I need to have that discussion. Anyway, sidetrack. All right, how are these things doing? Better. So it's been over a week. If my pain was a 10 before the shots, I'm hovering around a 4 or 5. Sometimes I'll go a little 6 because it'll do a little twinge, but for the most part, it is so much better. So if you missed my other video, I was having a lot of pain in this area on both my thumbs. Since really last spring it started, and it just got progressively worse. And went to the hand doctor. I have arthritis in my thumbs, some bone spurs, got a shot in each, and these pretty Pro-Bowler braces. $40 each. Okay. And so these I'm supposed to wear 24/7. I am not sleeping in them because let me tell you what happened. I got one of those hot flashes. The night sweats, y'all know. My lady's over 50, y'all know. And if you don't know, that is where you're just throwing everything off. Covers everything. You're moving a fan so that it's like right here. I mean, I have a bed jet. Y'all, I bought a bed jet and I freaking love it. I'm over there turning that sucker off up so it's flowing up and, y'all. And so I am ripping these off. Well, they're Velcro. So I woke Mr. Daydream up. I was like, okay, I'm not sleeping in them. So I have not slept in them, and it's fine. I'm taking the anti-inflammatory just as I need it. I find if I take it at night, that seems to help. But the swelling definitely is gone. I didn't realize how swollen my hands were. And not that they were big and swollen, but they were definitely swollen. I didn't realize that until I started taking that anti-inflammatory. So hopefully I'm on the mend. We'll see. Hopefully they'll just continue to get better. What am I working on right now? Because I thought I would share this little tidbit with you. So, and an idea if you're looking to do some marketing in your community. One of the things that I do every year for my budget is I do set aside some money for marketing. So for whatever that looks like. So it could be an event that I'm going to go do that I'm not going to get paid for, but it may be a good opportunity to advertise, or it could be a Facebook a post, whatever. But I do set aside some money every year to do that. Last year, for instance, we have a chili cook-off in town that brings out a lot of people. It's a community event. And I had marigolds. Well, I found out about it at the last minute when I was asked, and I wanted to do it. So I had to go purchase marigolds. So that completely wiped out all of my budget pretty much. This year I'm more prepared for it. But I did a kids table where kids could come and pot up a marigold, and then they got a sticker, and the parent got my card. And so that was one way for me to be out in the community promoting the farm, driving people to my website and onto my email list, telling them to sign up for my email list. So that I saw an uptick, because here's how I measure that. I go and look at the first thing I go and look at that's most important to me is traffic to my website, and then an increase in my email subscribers. So that's first. I then will kind of go look at followers on Instagram or Facebook to see if that's gone up. So that way I know that people are seeing me. So I did that last year. This year, when I was doing the little craft show that I did at this elementary school in October, November, the organization, it's the parent-teacher organization, was telling me that they, every few months, they get something together from somewhere in the community for 132 teachers at the school. And I was like, okay. Maybe this is an opportunity. So they have a very small budget. It will help offset some of the costs. It's not going to cover everything by any means, but it's going to offset some of the costs. So I'm not going to pull a big chunk out of my marketing budget. But the idea behind it is, for me, is I wanted something that I could give to each teacher, that I could attach my card that has my website, all of my social information on it, so that people can start following me. They can go sign up. So look what I came up with. These are cute little terracotta pots and a succulent, and then I'm going to put the pick in them and then attach my business card. Yeah, and I'm going to do a little bit of a topping on it, just a little bit of rock on top, because just to dress it up a little bit. But for me, it's worth it, because it's 132 people that live and work in this community. I would say probably out of all of those teachers, I would say 95% of them probably live right here in the community. So it's a great opportunity for me to get my name out. So think about that. If there's something you can do, if there's a PTO or something near you, just another idea. Really and truly, it's costing me more of time than product right now, because I'm just trying to get it all done. But we'll see. I'm anxious to get them done. I'm going to drop them off. I'm trying to get them all done today while it's quiet here, and get them dropped off in another day or two. So get those out, and then we'll check to see if I had an uptick in my email list. Because y'all, that is my biggest push with everything, is how do I get people to my email list, because that's what I own. None of us own these social media platforms that can all go away tomorrow. I mean, we all saw the panic when people thought TikTok was going away forever. People just started panicking and, talking about how their business was ruined, and that we don't own that platform. And so the thing that you can control is your website and your email list. So, and it just takes time and dedication and making that a focus to build your list. I've had my website for several years now, and I think I have about 200 people, maybe a little bit more, on my email list, but which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. I don't know if it's a lot or not. Let me just say that. But it has taken time to build that, to get people there. I don't spam people. I try to do 4 newsletters a year, and just kind of like, this is what's happening. If something is coming up on the forum that I want to advertise, I will shoot a quick email out to everyone. But I don't over spam people, because I signed up for 3 other forums. Yeah, I would say 3 other forums a couple of years ago. I'm no longer on their email list. They just email me way too much. I don't read it. And truthfully, I'm not really interested that they went and had coffee with somebody. And that's just how I deal with life. I just want to, you send me an email, get to the point, and let me move on. I'm not reading all of that. I just want to see the main highlights. Truthfully, I want to see what's in it for me, like most people. So I try to keep that in mind when I do my newsletters, and that I think I have one that I have still a subscriber to, because she's a friend of mine and I like her newsletter. So Patty knows. So I think that's the only newsletter that I am subscribed to. So that's where I am. What else? Y'all, I feel like spring is creeping up fast. The field still looks pitiful. So we're just rolling with it. But again, this afternoon it's going to be 80 degrees. Yesterday morning it was 32. So there's that. And then look what I found. Well, that's paper whites that I don't know how they got in here. I don't know why I put them in there. And I shoved them on the shelf. Y'all, whatever. So I have some cleaning up to do in here. Vegetable sale is in a few days, so I'm getting all of that together. I'm ready for spring. I'm just ready for things to be better and look better. I mean, it's just so funky out in the field, and even my front porch is funky. I'm going to try to spruce it up in the next week or so, but yeah, that's where we are. I mean, just in that in-between season right now. So, all right, I am going to go get busy, because I've got a lot to get done over the next few days. I don't plan on going anywhere. I plan on staying just here on the farm and knocking some of my to-do lists down. So I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll chat again soon. See ya.